Welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm Shay Pausa. Today in She Knows Health, whoops, was that me? Is your body misbehaving but you're afraid to ask your doctor? Well, have no fear. We're going to ask for you. I'm here with Dr. Susan Walters. Thanks for being with us.
Nice.
And she's agreed to answer your questions that you've sent in. Okay, you ready for these?
Go for it.
Okay, first one. This is from Jay. I don't know where Jay is from. She says, I'm thin, but I always feel bloated and have a tummy pooch. What can I do to make it go away? So what is it?
Well, a lot of the time we have that little poochy thing happening because there are certain foods that we're not tolerating very well. And I would say the vast majority of the time it tends to be gluten grains, the starchy, pastas, breads, things like that.
And it's making you gassy?
It makes you gassy. You're just not digesting it properly. Sometimes it's because we don't have enough digestive enzymes that are breaking things down, but a lot of times it's food intolerances.
Okay.
But I would caution that if this kind of thing seems to be happening often or progressing, you know, ovarian cancer is something that we always have to think about in the back of our mind in people who have unusual gut symptoms and that bloaty kind of symptom. So,
so get it checked out. So check the food and then keep checking it out. Okay.
And we do, you can do food allergy testing. Not a lot of providers do it, and it's not immediate food allergy testing. It's delayed sensitivities. It's mediated through IgG, a little different part of our immune system. So these symptoms can onset within 30 minutes or even up to 6 hours after eating something. So sometimes you need to just try to get rid of a few things in your diet, see what happens when you take out wheat or gluten grains or yeasts, or cow's milk is the other big culprit.
Good. So Jay, do a food diary and go see your doctor. All right, the next one. I've recently had a little bump on my bottom. It was incredibly painful for just over a week before it burst. I'm really not prone to pimples and I wash every day. What can I do to stop this from happening again, and what is it?
Oh, these are, you know, I hate when that happens. You know, these
and it does happen to everybody,
very
right?
Common. Absolutely,
okay.
Very common things. Some people do seem to have a risk of these types of things happening more often. They're usually just little infected hair follicles, little glands. We have a lot of glandular areas in those parts, and they occasionally get some bacteria in them that can get infected. What you need to do is usually use a little antibiotic ointment. Sometimes you need to see the doctor because we are seeing increasing MRSA infections, methicillin-resistant staph.
Oh, wow.
Staph used to be just seen in the hospitals. Now it's more widely prevalent in the community.
Goodness. So this can be something actually serious too.
Sometimes these can be serious, particularly if they're happening repeatedly. So the most important thing is just keep with your normal hygiene. Don't overdo it. And I'm not a big fan of a lot of the antibacterial products out there that actually may breed more resistant bugs over time. So.
Okay. And the treatment, do you use like salicylic acid or anything, or just let it go?
Just a topical, you know, you could start with a topical bacitracin or neosporin if you tolerate those types of things, and just soap and water and warm soaks, you know, just the basic, Epsom salts maybe. But if it doesn't go away with that, then definitely see your doctor.
Okay. All right, this one comes from A. She says, I recently had a baby, and when I sneeze, cough, or laugh, I wet myself. Is this common, and will it resolve itself?
It is a very common problem. In fact, I'll never forget my older daughter telling her entire kindergarten class how mommy used to wet her pants sometimes too. So, you know, so I said all secrets are on the table for her as well. But it's a very common issue for women after you have it delivered. I mean, you know, you've had this huge stretching of all the tissues down there. Everything takes a while to get back into shape. It is possible for those problems to go away. You do want to work those little Kegel muscles. So when you go to the bathroom, you want to do the stop and start thing. And then when you're at a traffic light or any other point where you're sitting and waiting, try to tighten those muscles and work them out, because like any other muscle, you can grow them back. But if that doesn't work, then you may again need to seek medical care.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing these good answers. I know it doesn't happen to me, right? But at least we know the answers now. Where can we get more information about you?
Well, you can check us out on the web at www.lifescapemed.com.
Of course, you can find more information about your health and more answers to your questions right here on the She Knows Health channel. I'm Shay Pausa. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next time. Today's She Knows Health was brought to you by Poise. 1 in 3 women experience little bladder leaks or LBL. Poise is for LBL.
You've been watching She Knows TV. For more She Knows Daily Dish, go to sheknows.com. Be sure to follow She Knows and Shay on Facebook and Twitter.